I got this to be extra childish, making families mad. And oh well, cause they ain't gonna do shit about it.
Smoking on that Axwood pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. Matter of fact, I got the smoke on this motherfucker as we speak. Hold up.
One rapper dissed his op so badly, he got gunned down just an hour after the interview. And another felt so shiesty taking on dangerous different rappers. A brave move that cost him his life. These are times rappers got executed over interviews. We have to start with liljojo, because one interview he did was so disrespectful, he got assassinated the afternoon the threat was made. liljojo was taking on Chief Keef, Durk, and Reese at the same time. A bold move, but that's the kind of lifestyle he lived. Even the late King Von was taunting the ops about knocking JoJo top off. Violence in Chicago have become so closely tied to each other. But while the violence is very much real, Chicago is one city that has kids throwing up gang signs and posing for public posters like it's all fun and games. One beef between two rival gangs of Chicago that is far from fun and games was between 300 and 069 Brick Squad, mainly Chief Keef and liljojo. The two Chicago youngins fell into the trap of the BD vs. GD war, spanning decades back. Chief Keef was affiliated with the 300 Lamron gang, which was a BD set, Black Disciples, and liljojo was affiliated with the 069 Brick Squad, which was a GD set, Gangster Disciples. What set JoJo off on a path to destruction wasn't even Chief Keef. Well, not directly, but it was his homie at the time, Lil Durk. In 2012, Lil Durk dropped one of the earlier bangers of his career, L's Anthem. The song was the spark to the feud between Keef and JoJo because of just one line. Brick Squad, I say F 'em. That's all it took. JoJo's brother Swag De Niro confirmed in an interview that the line from Durk tripped bro out, and it was smoke from then on. JoJo came up with the idea and replied. Not only did he diss Durk, but he also dissed the entire BD set with the Chicago Hood classic 300 BDK, which means Black Disciples Killer. That remixes Chief Keef's 300 beat. Chief Keef took to online to troll the release of the track. liljojo was already rising to fame off the buzz that the track was getting in the hood. In a way, it was like the perfect hit back to Durk's earlier diss. The only negative is that it cost JoJo his life. Everything spilled over from there with the two camps taking shots at each other on Twitter. In September 2012, JoJo felt brave pushing his savagery and made death threats. It would be his last time.
What you talking about, bro? We get on, bitch!
But the op, Lil Reese, who had always been tight with Chief Keef, didn't appreciate that and vowed to take JoJo's life. The afternoon the death threat was made, liljojo fell victim to his ego and his feelings of being untouchable, calling out Lil Reese and then posting up his location.
It's the famous viral clip of the JoJo shit. And JoJo and them passed by. Where were you at? You was outside your crib? Like, what's going on in that video?
I was talking to this nigga from the low end named Polarowski, named Poe. I was talking to him, man. I was chopping it up outside the car and shit.
It's like a red Mustang or a...
No, he had like a red,
Camaro?
Yeah, he had a red Camaro at the time. Me and Poe chopping it up. I'm chopping it up with him, and they come pull up. Shit, and that's how it was, yeah.
Y'all you ever seen them before? Or
that was like my first time seeing them type shit. Like, I never even bumped into them.
So that was just all like internet shit?
Yeah. You know, niggas be chasing clout, bro. And these niggas in Chicago, that's what they do.
Sadly, someone tested his gangster and took him up on his challenge. And that same night, liljojo lost his life. Initial reports state that the 18-year-old liljojo had been riding a bicycle when, according to a witness, a gunman inside a tan or gray vehicle opened fire, striking him at least once. They further stated that JoJo was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. Lil Reese trolled his death the moment he got word of the situation, and Chief Keef let off a couple of tweets finding pleasure in JoJo's passing. Chief tried to correct his error by stating his Twitter was hacked, but it was too late.
I ain't know it was gonna get as big as it got, so I just really ain't think the song was too raw until I seen the video. Now I seen the video, I'm like, oh, he on to some shit. All type of shit in here I ain't even really seen people with. They got shoulder straps and so then I knew it was gonna get big, especially at the time. So I'm like, yeah, shit might get wild after this.
But YBC Duel was so disrespectful that he dug up his op's grave and earned himself the name Mr. Disrespectful.
That nigga's dirt up. Hey, yo, where the Carney at, yo? Carney, where the you at?
The alleged leader of a violent West Philadelphia-based gang and popular rapper Abdul Vix had been considered the ringleader of the Young Bag Chasers, YBC, rap crew, whose members are linked to a long trail of deadly shootings and arrests in recent years. YBC Duel's fans gave him the nickname Mr. Disrespectful because of his brazen lyrics about rival rappers in the city, including those YBC took credit for often, and for digging up soil at the grave site of an enemy in one of his music videos. He garnered a large following on YouTube and on music streaming platforms like Spotify, where he had racked up nearly 30,000 monthly listeners. Among the YBC crew, 19 of 21 of them are either dead or incarcerated. Earlier that month, YBC rapper Arshad Curry was convicted for dispatching 3 teenagers and injuring 2 other people in July 2021 near 56 and Vine Streets. Curry also opened fire at 2 Philadelphia police officers, but did not strike them. He was sentenced to up to 85 years in state prison, becoming the 5th member of YBC to be convicted of crimes committed in Philly. YouTube personality Brandon Buckingham had posted a roughly 31-minute video in which he interviewed Vix and his friends in Mantua, Germantown, and other Philadelphia neighborhoods. Vix, who spent part of his childhood in North Philly, talked about how YBC's battles with other gangs in the city had tortured communities caught up in a drill rap scene that celebrates acts of violence.
I be trolling, I guess, but I do it to a certain extent. Like, I go overboard. I disrespect people, like, badly.
By Monday afternoon, the video had been viewed more than 1 million times. It's not known how recently the interview took place. Buckingham could not be reached for comment. Buckingham even rapped and appeared with YBC Duel in a music video for the song Mick Buckingham, which was posted on YBC Duel's YouTube channel on August 18th.
Does the prospect of possibly getting shot just walking around make you nervous at all? Or I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You should be nervous, though, bro, because walking with me, a bad John.
Vix told Buckingham that the violence linked to him and his opponents had emptied the neighborhood streets around him.
Tortured the whole block?
We tortured the whole hood, though. Like, nobody don't come outside around here. We walking through blocks. You don't see nobody. Shit, torture. This is a ghost town. Real nigga with me. Like, the street can vouch for me. Anywhere I go, nobody don't play with me. I never got robbed. I never got touched, shot at in the city.
On August 23rd, Mr. Disrespectful was shot multiple times in a drive-by style shooting in Olney. Vix had just picked up a friend and was driving down the 100 block of West Olney Avenue when a white car pulled up alongside him at a stoplight, and at least 2 people fired multiple shots into Vic's car before speeding off. 18-year-old Rashawn Williams was arrested Tuesday and charged with the murder. A day later, Buckingham acknowledged Vic's death on X, saying the song they made together was about the gang war in West Philly.
Rest in peace, Duel. Rest in peace, YBC Duel.
If you think that was disrespectful, Tan the God dropped the most insulting interview of all time, and sadly, paid for it. Many believe that Oakland rapper Tan the God's death is related to a series of diss tracks she released in October 2023 about her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend titled X Would Pack. Leading up to the release, Tan had bragged about smoking her ex in various interviews. She was a suspect in the murder, but once she beat the case, she spoke about it on the Kid L podcast in August 2023. And once again in September 2023 in DBG Media's Off the Porch interview.
You should have never died. you should have never played with me, because then I gotta take it to the 3rd degree, you know?
She hints that she dispatched her ex, and in the latter video, even made a fake tombstone that said, "Here lies my ex." Apparently, her ex-boyfriend was a gang member, and they didn't take too lightly to her mocking the grave of her ex, even though there was no proof that she did it. As an artist, Tan the God always wanted to keep her fans guessing through her storytelling. But fans have begun to take things too far.
So I got this to be extra childish, making families mad. And oh well, because they ain't gonna do shit about it.
Smoking on that X-Wood pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. Matter of fact, I got to smoke on this dead motherfucker as we speak. Hold up.
Tan the God was brutally shot dead during a performance at a beauty store opening in California. The 27-year-old artist was engaging with fans at the event, which she had promoted on Instagram to her over 24,000 followers, when a masked gunman entered and opened fire directly at her. The altercation that led to the tragic shooting is believed to have stemmed from an argument involving Green earlier that day. Devastated friends rushed her to the hospital following the attack, but she tragically succumbed to her injuries. The footage shows Green interacting with attendees, smiling, before chaos erupts as the assailant storms in and gunshots are heard. The recording abruptly ends as people scramble to safety. While many fans have taken her remarks literally, believing that she legitimately her ex-boyfriend, there is no evidence online of any sort of court case or murder spawned by Tan. Her family has even added that the mixtape was a diss track for clout. A fellow rapper and friend, Ernest Holloway, corroborated that these rumors of a revenge motive are incorrect. To her fans and supporters, Tan the God was a braggadocious storyteller who was gaining traction in her music. But to her loved ones, she was simply Aliuana, a friend and community changemaker. Apparently, in the streets, you shouldn't play with your opponent's family. And in 2017, the real G Money once decided to talk about the wrong person's loved ones and dearly paid for it. G Money was a member of the Top Boy Gorilla Group, and he and Young Boy were like brothers in their younger days, growing up together in Baton Rouge. However, the violent rivalry began from the first collective they were from. It's alleged that the fallout between G Money and NBA Youngboy occurred over Spotlight rivalry, and the straw that broke the camel's back, G Money's sexual relations with Youngboy's sister. G Money would go on to release his viral track Industry soon after, with lyrics aimed at Youngboy with the lines, "Your sister swallowed nuts so I never kissed her, but I F with her so I never dissed her." Earlier in the song, G Money also alluded to him having to protect Youngboy in the past when his cousins was after his life. "I would've bust for you, ninja. I put my trust in you, ninja. Now I can't F with you, ninja. Had me looking for your cousin, he wanted to ya. I put a 30 up under my pistol." G Money apparently dropped a song that included derogatory lyrics about Youngboy's sister, and NBA later responded on social media, with the feud only intensifying from there. NBA even mentions G Money fucking his sister, and says, "I ain't gonna speak on that disease that y'all gave each other." In August 2017, G Money told the blog Say Cheese TV that Youngboy had got the big head after he found some fame, and that they likely wouldn't make music together, partially due to the beef with Youngboy's sister. G Money was assassinated the next month outside Burton's music studio in Baton Rouge in September 2017. Just a month after G was murked, Youngboy released the album Ain't Too Long, which had the track Poor One. The song reflected on the past and people gone. In it, he rapped the lyrics referencing G Money.
Nah, but we was on the same label at one point in time. The label I'm on now, he was once under here.
Okay, where did it go south?
It really ain't just like when, leave off on the bad note. Like everything was still all good until he started, like doing his own thing, getting him a little buzz, getting a little money. And he just got the big head and just started like the feelings he been feeling probably deep down inside that he was scared to put out. He let that out once he got a name and got from down here. He mad about his sister too though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then though, you know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother and shit, you hear me? I guess he just let that fame and shit get to his head. Now he feel like he just new whoever he supposed to be.
At 22, G Money was only now taking off with his career, with the record label deal about to take him even further when he lost his life.